everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're continuing our playthrough of Enemy Action Ardennes, Battle of the Bulge, 1944. We're playing the Allied solo rules, as we're the Allied soldiers. And we are in the middle of the turn for December 17th. So my last video I got about half the turn done, now we're doing the next half. So it was quite involved because of learning a few things like detachments and placing of those. And then also for, we had the Army Group B come up, which I had to kind of work my way through that too. Okay, I'll make sure I got all my cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, there it is, 3, 4, 5, which is what I'm allowed. Okay, so we go 2 cards for the Germans. And it is 5th Panzer Army, 6th Panzer Army. And now I got to look, but I believe it is the lowest because there's a tie here. Neither one of them's a primary. And because both of them are tied here with 2, we go to this decider, which is 63 and 57. And I believe the lower number is the primary. And the upper number, but I am going to verify that. So I'll be right back. So I was right. It's the lowest ID number. So, oops. The 5th Panzer Army card is first. He's the number 57, and then the support card is the 6th Panzer Army, number 63. Okay, so that's where we're at. This is a special too. So I gotta look this one up. Man, every time I hit all these special things. Let's see if I can find this one now. This is for December 17th only. Special. Eisenhower hesitates. And I think that's going to cause me something, but I got to find it here. I'm looking for my tactics and rules. See if I can find it real quick. German. Eisenhower hesitates. Delay all units of the 82nd or 101st Airborne Division, my choice, by 1 day. Move the units to December 19th space of the calendar. Okay, so that's the card they're going to play. So they play that card. And over here I have, let's see who's, there's the 82nd. 82nd, 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 and 30th. So it's these 4 units, and I think that's who I'm going to delay. I'm going to delay them. I'm going to let the 101st come on. So the 82nd Airborne gets moved to the 19th. Okay, so that's that play. Because we didn't use this card, it now moves over, and it goes, the first one is Special von der Heit. No, we've already done that. Assign Alt 1, that's on the 20th, so no. Activate all units in this corps. This is the 67th Corps. And the 67th Corps is up here. So this is their first activation. Okay. So it's this guy, and this guy. All right. So they're the 3 units that are getting activated. So I'm just getting my cards out again, so I got everything. I got to get myself reorganized here. Okay. Here we go. Okay, first thing is Army objective marker if required. Yes. So for this corps up here, they have a corps objective. It goes on hex 506. So 506 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's where their objective is right there. All right. So we know where they're trying to get to. Okay, so it's time to start our move rules. Okay, we're not going to exit a map. We're not going to move adjacent to the muse. We're not going to move into an enemy empty allied VP hex because it's not empty and they can't get there anyway. He can't move to cause surround. He can't move out and back to cause surround, so they can't cause surround anywhere. So no surround. They don't open a supply line. That's number 19. These are infantry. They're all 3 infantry units. Okay, so now we check methods 5 to 9. Move adjacent to an allied VP hex. Well, they can't get there, so that's a no. He's already adjacent to one, so they wouldn't move anyway. He can't get adjacent, so he stays there. Inner town occupied, move to a hex with detachment marker, no. So they don't have anything. Follow movement arrows, nope. Extended move closer to an army objective. So nobody can move, so we're down to combat. Okay. Oh, and this is a core objective anyway, so I gotta skip all them other rules. If units move toward nearest allied unit within 3 hexes, so they're already all locked in here. Okay, so there's nothing to do there. I just need to see which one's lower. This is 5, 4, 7. So he's the lowest one. So he's going to be the combat guy. Okay, we've got to do an attack check. So, calculate situational strength of the opposing units. Include active reserves to be legally placed next to the offender. Well, he can't get there. He's not going to leave that. So these 2 guys right here, they equal 7. Against 3, so that's 2 to 1. He does not have assault coordination. He's not attacking across a river. Let's see, am I in a city? No, it's a town. Okay. In a forest, no. Improved position, no. Adjacent to a supplied unit, yes. That's a +1 to the die roll. Clear terrain unsupplied. Okay, so he's 2 to 1, and he rolls and he adds 1. A 0 makes 1. Only defender elite or only defender armor. Neither one. So they're not going to attack. So that attack is canceled. So these 2 come off. Well, wait a minute. Let me read that again. I always do this. I got to read that again. Cancel attack if only defender elite or only defender armor. No, they are going to attack. Yeah, okay, got that right this time. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. It's just, it doesn't matter because of what I rolled. I rolled a 0, but I want to do this. I'm looking at the play rate. I got to get back in the swing of this. German attack check. So we're doing situational strength, which was 7 to 3. And we're adjacent. Makes me 7 to 4. So that's how you change the odds. So it stayed. So it's actually 7 to 4 now becomes 1 to 1. Okay, so if greater than or equal to 1 to 1, and then there's no modifiers here. Attackers include elite units and no elite units, no. Attackers activated by the Army group card, no. And supporting card, no. So I rolled a 0. On a 0, attack proceeds. Do not cancel. Okay, here we go. We got an attack. The odds are 1 to 1. So we're going to put the odds up here at 1 to 1. Get you zoomed in a little bit so you can see. And they have 1, 2, and he's a 3-step unit, gives him 3 chits. He gets to draw 1 card for support. He gets combat infiltration. It's going to move him up to 4. Okay, and I get to play my cards. And I'm going to use, what does Tank Battalion do for me? Got to look up my Tank Battalion. Add 1 to your combat strength. Fills the requirement for armor if your units in the combat do not already possess armor. He doesn't, but doesn't really help me any because I was already 1 to 1 with my no, I'm not. Right now he's 2 to 1. Whew, boy, am I out of whack doing this. This was just for situational. So I'm at 2 to 1, but if I play this Tank Battalion, is my support card, which is what I believe I'm going to do, it makes him 1 to 1. So I'm going to play that. Gives me a 1 to 1 ratio now. Okay. So I'm going to my combat procedures. His chits are 3. 1, 2, 1 for the 3 steps, that's 3, and 1 for his card is 4. So we pull 4 chits. Okay, 1 to 1 odds, 4 chits. I am in a town in the woods. First one, greater than 2 to 1, nope. Less than 1.5 to 1? Yes, that's 1 against him. All right. Second chit. Only attacker combined arms? No, he's infantry. Only defender combined arms? No. That chit doesn't do anything. Too bad. Hey, wait a minute. I played the Tank Battalion. That gives me combined arms. Got to make sure of that. I do believe that's Tank Battalion. Fills the requirement for armor if you're, yes. So I have combined arms. Well, that's 2 hits on him now. I'm going to verify that. Hang on. Oh, I have a recon unit. That's what's throwing me off right there, right? And he's not an infantry unit, so I'm going to say no, that we do not have combined arms. I may be wrong there, but I don't think that equivalates to combined arms. It's infantry and armor. Recon and infantry doesn't do it. I don't believe recon and armor would make it combined arms either. Okay, the third chit. Attacker artillery, no. Defender artillery, no. And the fourth chit. Allied air power, no. German air power, no. Okay, so 3 of them drop off of there. And he takes 1 step loss. He took the hit. Okay. So I go to my step losses. Apply first to a 4-step, then to a 2 or 3-step unit. Okay, so I have 2 and 3-step units there. Let's see. First hits a step loss. Let's see. For more than one choice of a unit in the hex with most total steps. Okay, so he has 3, so he takes the step loss, and he goes down to 2 now. Okay, so he took the step loss. That's the end of that combat. All right, I'm starting to get back in the swing now. We're getting going here. I get, you know, I get away from it for a day or two, and I kind of got to get my motor running again. Okay, now we're doing this one. He is 4 to 3. He is not attacking across the road. Okay, that's definitely starts as a 1-to-1. He is green. He is not a elite, but my unit is. Okay, so we go. I'm in the forest, +1. I am adjacent to supplied units, +2. So they're going to roll +2 on the die roll. And he's 1-to-1. 6 makes 8, less than 3-to-1. So we cancel the attack if less than 3-to-1. He cancels his attack. He's not going after them. And that's the end of his move. And we drop his card out of there. Okay, I have 4 cards. I get to draw 1, makes me 5. All right, let's see what we got. We got the 8th Corps, 3rd Army. I can deploy. I have my 18th Airborne Corps, which I can deploy. I have the 5th Corps up here. Again, I can do a deploy. And another 5th Corps. So, I don't have anybody. Oh yeah, I'm on the 17th anyway. I don't have anybody to, yeah I do, right here. Gee whiz, Dave. Right down here. I'm looking at my calendar, it's right here. I had the 9th and the 1st Division. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to deploy these guys. Or should I deploy? Should I deploy my 8th Corps? No, I don't have them yet. I can't do them. So the only ones I can deploy right now is in the 5th Corps, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to deploy the 5th Corps, 1st Infantry Division, 9th Infantry Division. So I have these 2 units right here. And they're going to be going up into this area right here. Okay. Let me find my card for deploying. Allied Reserve Deployment. Here we go. Within the unit's Allied Corps. Yep. In a road hex that's valid friendly supply head at least 3 hexes away from any non-isolated German unit or German town or city, not in or adjacent to a hex occupied by a German detachment marker, within 3 hexes of a unit in the same division if possible. All right. I have the 1st Division here. That's the 99th. And these are the 2nd. So I have one marker that's the 9th Division. I have one marker that's the 1st Division. So the 1st Division will deploy first. He needs to be within 3 hexes of a unit in the same division and at least 3 hexes away from a non-isolated unit. So 1, 2, 3 over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That gets him away from these guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He's isolated. I don't have to worry about him. So I can put my 1st Division at least 3 hexes in a road, not interadjacent, and within 3 hexes of the same division. So that's where the 1st Division is coming in at. Now I have the 9th Division. They don't have anybody there. So within 3 hexes of a guy in the same corps, the same rules apply. 1, 2, 3. He could be along this road. 1, 2, 3. It's at least 3 away there. I'm going to deploy him. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to deploy him up here. What's his strength? Is 1, and he has no zone of control. I really would like to go down there and eliminate him so they don't get a victory point for that Vanderheit group. It's kind of a diversion, but I believe that's what I want to do. So I made my play. So I get my last card. So I'm down to 5 cards now. This is it. This is what I got to play with. Okay. Now we go back to the Germans. And we draw 2 cards. And he gets the 85th Corps and the 6th Panzer Army. The 6th Panzer Army is the primary card. Back this up a little bit. And the 85th is his support card, and it's an assault coordination card. And the 6th Panzer Army activates 6th Panzer Army unit with most non-bracketed 6th Panzer Army units. So I got to see 6th Panzer Army is they don't have the colors over here to mark the 6th Panzer Army. And they get to use artillery tactic with all attacks. Yeah, but I believe the 6th Panzer Army is these guys. They can't activate them because they just went. That gives me the SS division up top, up there. So yeah, so that's the 6th Dietrich, 6th Panzer Army. So they're going to activate the SS again. Unit with the most non-bracketed 6 Panzer Army units within 2 hexes and all those units. Activate reserve units in same division as active units. He doesn't have any. That's a different army. Okay. So he has 1, 2, 3. He can reach that guy, this guy, this guy, these guys. Can't reach that stack. This guy can reach 1, 2 there. He reaches that stack. He gets these guys. He gets everybody but that group. And I think that's the way to go. This would be the central group. They get activated. He can get him. He gets him. And he gets this guy. So that's who gets activated. The SS division, the 1st SS Panzer Division gets activated. So now here we go through our movements. They already have their army command is out there. So we don't have to go through that. So now we do our movements. Okay, movement methods 1 through 4 for these guys won't be anything. It could be. Move adjacent to the muse, move into an empty allied VP hex and stop. He gets activated, the roadblock comes off. So the roadblock is off. He can move into there. So the Piper division moves. Okay, now he has zone of control there, zone of control there, zone of control there. This guy's surrounded, so they don't have to, they're not going to cause surround there. Let's see, he's not surrounded there because he's got there's his their core, there. Okay. Oh, this guy would have been activated too, but they're dispersed, so they can't do anything. Okay, move adjacent to an allied, so they cause surround. So I'm not going to do anything there. So now I'm looking for infantry units. Here I have one right here. That's mechanized infantry, which doesn't count for infantry. And that's a combined arms, so they stay. He has infantry here. 2 infantry units there. Okay. This guy is number 13. And these 2 guys are number 12 and 31. Okay. So number 12, move adjacent to an allied VP hex. So he can pull out of there because that's zone of control. 2, 3, he can't get adjacent to it. Number 12 can't. But number 13, he can. He goes 1, 2, puts him adjacent right there. So he moves 1, 2, and now he's adjacent to the allied VP hex. Well, let's think about that one now, because it's no longer an allied VP hex because I just took it. It's my control now. And just so I don't forget, they get 2 victory points for that. So we'll give him his 2 victory points for taking that. I don't think, I'm going to move this back. He doesn't move there because that's not an ally. His next victory point hexes are out here. So he would not move there. Move to an empty town. Nah, he can do that. Okay. That's an empty town. And when Piper left there, he would have left a detachment. One, 2. Yep, this guy can't, because he has to get out of that zone of control. They can't do it. So he's the only one that can go there. If to which no bracketed Germany is adjacent, authority, their town occupied only by German armor. Right. Move to a hex with it. If in German supply to which approximate remove marker, if more than one, move adjacent to allied unit possible. That's on the next turn. So we left a detachment, so I'm saying that's not an empty town because we have a detachment that we left there. Okay. He doesn't have any other. I'll put his marker back on him because he didn't move. All right, that brings us to movement methods 10 and 13. Follow movement arrows, and these are ascending. So I have like unit number 3. Unit number 2, he's engaged. Gotta restack these guys. They can't move because they're still engaged right there. So this guy, he can follow movement arrows. And he has to be able to move his full movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can do it. This is on the road. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's his full movement. So that's where he gets. That's where he went. This guy can go with him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they moved. This guy can go 1, 2, 3. That's his movement arrows. 1, 2, actually 3 right there. He follows that movement arrow up there. Okay. These two guys are locked up here for combat. And he's the lowest number with 2. So they would have 5, 7, 8. This guy has 3, 5. He's 8. Okay, calculate situational strength of the opposing units. Check multi-step units in ascending order for eligibility to be the lead unit. Okay, all active German units adjacent to the target hex. Right. So I said he had 8, 5, 7, 8. Take this off of there. That shouldn't be on top of him. It's these guys, these two stacks right here. He had 5, 6, 9. Gee whiz. And 8 makes 17. To 8 is 2 to 1. 21, it's still 2 to 1. Okay, so we're at 2 to 1. Okay. He's not in a, he's just in a town in the woods, so it's not a forest, not improved, it's unsupplied. Okay, so it's a 2 to 1 to see if they attack. Attackers activated by an army group card, yes, so they're plus subtract 1 for that card, and they have a combat tactic that they can use. So it's -2. So we roll an 8, makes it a 6. Less than 2 to 1. Or defender in a town. Well, the defender is in this town. So that's where they're going. So we get the attack. So we now have the attack. Okay. Here we go. So now we start adding this up. They have assault coordination. All friendly units adjacent to the enemy unit participate in the attack even if not activated, but unactivated do not advance afterwards. Attacker only. If German, oh no, this isn't. Yeah, this will be the combat tactics. If German, reduce the total hits incurred by the Germans by 1. All right. So, let's start. Now let's figure it all up for real this time. He has 7, 8. And 8 is 16. 19 and 4 is 23, and we have 8 here. It's still 2 to 1. He's 1 away from 3 to 1. He has 2 to 1. He gets to draw a second card. It is combat infiltration. So he plays that. So he gets 1, 2. That's going to be 2 extra cards. So he's 2 to 1. Right here. We're going to be 2 to 1. And his chits, he has 1, 2, and an elite makes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 3-step makes 8. And he's got 1, 2 combat tactic cards That's 10. Woo! So he gets 10 chits. I got to check my cards, see if there's something I can play here. And you know, I need to check and make sure I'm doing this in the right order, because I feel like I should have maybe played mine first, but I just want to check. Okay. German attack, draw the German card, apply the combat tactics, add the reserves to the attack, play combat tactics. Yeah, so I'm doing it in the right order. Okay, so I can play. Oh, what does screen do for me? If I screen, defender only, reduce the maximum allowed combat chit. Oh yeah. So I'm going to play screen right here, and that drops this down to 8. Okay, I'm going to try to reduce this a little bit, see if I can keep my guys from getting hammered. All right, he has artillery, and he had infiltration, which makes him a flank, which he already had anyway. So here we go. First chit. Oh, greater than 3 to 1? No. Less than 2 to 1? No. So that one goes there, and the rest of the chits get dumped back into my cup. As we played that one. That's chit number 1. Okay, here we go. Large attack. Yes. We definitely got a large attack. Second. Only attacker combined arms. What have I got? 3 infantry units? Come on. Yep. And he definitely has combined arms. Okay. Well, I took another hit. That's not looking good. A city or forest? No. Broken or clear? No. It's 4 of the cards. Woods? Yes. Saves me a guy. It's 5. Greater than 1.5 to 1? Yes. Because it was 2 to 1. 6. 2 more to go. Greater than 7 to 1? No. Greater than 4 to 1? No. One more. Defender recon? No. Combat engineers? No. Okay. Whoops. All right. That's the 8 chits. Take that off of there. And now we can get rid of these 4 because we used them already. All right. 1, 2, 3 hits on the defender. -1. 2, 3. So 2 hits on the defenders, 1 hit on the attackers. We'll keep this one out here. And we'll do 2 hits on the defenders. So the first one is a step. So I have, this guy would go to 1 with a bracket. This guy would go to 1 with a bracket. That's a bigger hit. This guy goes to 2 with a bracket. So we'll take the hit off of this guy. He drops down to 1 with a bracket. That drops me to 1 hit. All right, let me check my chart, make sure I do this right. Taking my hits here. Combat. Applying step losses. Apply this allied step loss to a unit of your choice. And then applying step losses both. More than once, all units must receive one step loss before a unit may receive a second. Each stack must be. Alright, hang on. Okay, first thing I was supposed to do, we were in a town, so that reduced that by 1. So I only had to take the 1 step loss. So that's all of mine. Now the Germans have to take a step loss. So it's going to be, get our priority over here. German step loss first to a 4-step unit, then to a 2 or 3. We have a 4-step unit there. He's a 1, a 2, 2, 2, and a 1 down there. So he's going to take the step loss. Part of that coordinated attack. So it cost him right there. And that's the only step loss that they take. That resolved that. And takes these off the board. And that took care of that. Alright, this is now my play. I'm down to 4 cards. All my reserves are on the board. So now it's a matter of what we want to do here. And there's something else I should have done. Right, because he moved there, and that would have been a detachment right here. When these guys moved across there, they would have left a detachment. And when he moved here, he would have had a chance for combat right here. He's a 6 to a 3, that's a 2 to 1. So I got to check that one too, because I did not do that one. So on a 2 to 1, we're not fighting across, I'm not fighting across the town, or across the river. I'm not in a forest, don't have an improved position, adjacent to a supplied unit, no, and unsupplied rent dispersed, no. So 2 to 1 is his odds, and he gets a 2. Cancel if less than 1.5 to 1. Okay, or defender in a victory point or defender in a non-victory point town. No. So he's going to attack. He moved in here and he's attacking. He's at 2 to 1. Alright, so get my combat card again. He's at 2 to 1. He gets artillery because he was because of his army group card. We draw him a card for his attack. He gets combat artillery, and if allied, we return this to the draw pile. So just mix it back in there. He's in the draw pile. Okay, he gets artillery. So he's definitely got artillery support. He's 2 to 1. And two to 1. Do I want to play anything? I'm going to play Defender Artillery. I'm going to play Core Artillery and return this card to the draw pile, which will go back in my hand. And Core Artillery means functions like the artillery tactic, however, return the card to your draw pile. Okay. Oh, if the draw pile is exhausted, discard this card after play instead. Oh, in that case, Do I want to play it or not? We're only going to get 2 chits. No, I'm not going to play it. Okay, we're going to let it go. So he got 1 card. Okay, so the odds are 2 to 1. And he has a minimum of 2 chits to draw because I have 2 here on my 2 steps. So he gets at least 2 chits, but he's got 1. He's a 3-step and he's an elite, so he's already at 3. And he got a tactic card which gives him 4 chits. Okay, so we're going to pull 4 chits. All right. And I'm in an open hex. Ugh. Not good. Okay, he gets attacker artillery, yes. He gets only attacker armor, yes. Uh-oh, this ain't going well. He gets Allied air power, no. And no German air power. And he gets greater than 1 to 1, yes. Okay. So we're going to take 3 to 1. He's got to take a loss. So it cost him. He now goes to, drops him down to 2 steps. I'm in the open. I'm going to take 1 loss. And that's where I got to check this. Okay, so I just did a couple things and I didn't have the record button pressed. Okay, so let me tell you what I did. Here, we had this unit up here. I had this unit here. He took a step loss. There was 3 hits. He took 1 step. He retreats 1. He retreats a second one. And he gets dispersed. At the same time, I wanted to fix one I did wrong over here because this was an assault coordination, which means they lose 1 of their hits. And he was in a town, so he lost 2 hits, and that's all they had over there. So that unit that I'd taken a step loss did not take a step loss. This unit took a step loss, and now we have to check to see if they're going to advance out of that out of this location here. And we'll definitely be leaving a detachment if he does. Okay, so German advance after combat. Forward by primary or secondary route or across a river. No number of advancing units already in the hex is 0. He's going to advance. So he moves up to here now. So they move up 1. 2 hex advance. The first must be vacated hex. Unit must stop crossing. Second may be any hex, but when deviating from the path of retreat, a unit may not move from an enemy controlled hex to another. So he can't go there, but he can move up to there. Okay. So the question now is, he going to continue to advance? So, forward by primary or secondary route. That would be a secondary route, as he would follow that one. And into a town or closer to the army objective. No, he's kind of moving away from it. Other route. No, no, no. So the question is, would he move there? He can't move there because the second may be any hex, but when deviating from the path of retreat, which is here, a unit may not move from an enemy controlled hex to another. Oh, but he can move there. And I think that's what he would do because he was trying to go closer to his army objective. And he would do that on a roll of 1 to 7. And he got a 4. Okay. So these guys moved up to here now. All right. All right, that's the German turn. So let's see what we got for the Allies here. I've got my 5th Corps. Man, I'd love to hit this guy right here, but it only gave me 1-to-1 odds. I wanted to hit these guys, but I'm not in a good position there either now. I could play my engineer card. Or man, still gotta do something down there too. Really worried about those guys. They can move. I got here 4, 8, 12. Okay, I think we're going to activate. We don't have any reserves. Can't assign any RPs. Activate any one unit. 7th Armored. Event Engineers. So activate any one unit. Thinking that's the 7th Armored is that unit. And they're going to move up to here, which lets them have combat now. Alright, so these guys are in the open, and I'm in broken terrain. I have 12 to 2, 6 to 1. I have 6 to 1, and Allied attack. Determine target, play combat tactics at your option, then draw the German card. Let's see, if I play that engineer card as an attacker, add 1 to the combat strength. That doesn't do me much. He's only a 2 anyway. Remove an IP marker, just, yep. Or, no, I think I just, I think I'm going to leave him just like that, and we're going to attack at 12 to 2. That's 6 to 1. Man, 1 more would give me a large attack. If I play this combat card over here. Play the artillery with him. I discard it. It makes him 7. No, 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 no. Does not do that. I'm putting that card back. Thinking of the wrong thing. We're not going to change it. He's 6 to 1. That's my odds. 6 to 1. Combat cards wise, I get, or chits, I get 3. I'm not going to play a tactic to get me 1 more chit. I only get 3 chits. So 3 chits are my draw. Now he gets to draw his combat card here, and he gets assault coordination. Okay, so let's see what that says. For him, for assault coordination, attacker only, it's an attacker only, okay. So it doesn't do anything for him. Okay, so he doesn't have anything. So it's pure 3 chits. It's a 6 to 1 odds. First chit, greater than 2 to 1, yes. It's one hit. Second chit, greater than 8 to 1, no. Greater than 4 to 1, yes. Second hit. City or forest, no. Woods are broken, no. So that's it. That's my 3 chits. This one will go in the cup. He takes 2 hits. We know the first hit flips him over. Now the second, see what he does here. First, German step loss. Second hit. If it's a 1-step unit, disperse. Otherwise, yep, disperse. Otherwise, roll die. Okay, so he's dispersed now. All right. So he didn't retreat. He just got hit and dispersed. Boom. All right, that was my move. He gets 2 cards. He has a primary card. Back this up. Primary card and a core card, or supplemental card. So that's his combat engineers or his support. And primary is going to be the 58th Panzer Corps. And so he is going to activate all units in this corps, the 58th, right here. And that is part of this target down here for the 5th Panzer Army. Okay. So they already have their objective. So these guys, they're going to activate their units. Okay, so we have 1 here. 1 here, here, here. Okay. All right. We already know he has his headquarters. His objective is set. Okay, so we're going to go to moves. All right, can't exit the map, can't move to the muse. Can he move into an empty allied VP hex? This would be, so this would cost him 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he cannot get there. Can he cause surround? 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. That, does that cause him surround? Is he surrounded here? If he moves in there, he can't go there, he can't go there. So yes, he could cause surround. So this guy's going to move. He's going to go 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. 2, 3. If he moves there, yeah, that's where he has. Does that surround him? Yeah, he has zone of control. He has a zone of control. But they have zone of. I would say no. That does not create surround. Okay, so he can't create surround. Okay, these guys are engaged, so they're not going to move. They both have targets. This guy is 2 armor units, and he's a combined arms unit. Okay, so they're not going to do that, so we go to method 10. Follow your movement arrows. Well, here he goes. 2, 3, 4, 5. These shouldn't be on the board. That's his movement. Okay. This guy, he can cross the river. 1. He can't cross the river in the same place. That was his full movement. Is that his movement arrow? No, it is not. His movement arrow would have been back. So let's just hang on here a minute. Yeah. If able to move his full allotment, so he can't. Move. And we also have, starting on turn 17, extended move. If not adjacent to an allied unit upon moving, full movement allowance, continue moving. Mechanized unit spends up to its movement allowance, so he can move another 5. During extended move, unit may not move adjacent to an allied unit, enter an allied town or city, or across an allied bridge. That's an allied town. He cannot go into there, so he stays right there. Okay. Move closer to the army objective. Move adjacent. Where's his army objective? Is down here. So this guy can move closer to the army objective by moving there. 1. This guy can move closer. Yeah, I think that's what he would do. If more than one hex is closer, move adjacent to an allied unit against which moving unit has greater than 3-to-1 strength, including all adjacent targets to move against approximate type. If no hex more than move closest to objective. Okay, their objective is down here. This guy would move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he moves down here, and he's going to be able to get rid of that roadblock next turn, next time he's activated. All right, that leaves me 2 guys for combat. The first one is this one. And he is 4-to-2, so he's 2-to-1 there. Here he's 2-to-1, he's 2-to-1 there. But if he attacks this one, he gets this guy with him, so that makes him 8. So he's 6-to-1. That's where they're attacking at. So 6-to-1. Okay, 6-to-1. I already did the halving for the river and all that stuff. And the defender is in. He is in a forest. +1. He's adjacent to a supplied allied unit, +2. Okay, so it's +2 to this die roll. You have elite. They do have an elite unit, and the defender has none, so that's -1. So now we're at +1. It's activated on a core card. Okay, +1. 3 is 4. Cancel if less than 2-to-1. It's not. Or defender armor. It's not. It's infantry. Okay. So we got us another attack going. Another combat. So we draw a German card. He is combat engineers, and he gets reinforce the battle. So let's check reinforce the battle. Select one active or inactive stack that did not move or attack in the current activation that could reach combat in a single movement action to participate. He can participate right there. So they're going to use him. Okay. And he has combat engineers. As an attacker, he adds 1 to his combat strength. Okay. So, they are 2, 6, 9. Engineers makes it 10. Woo. He is 10 to 1 on this battle. And he's going to have 1, 2, 3. He has an elite, so he has 4 chits. Plus, he had 2 cards, gives him 6. Okay. So he has 6 chits at 10 to 1. This guy may be done for. He was trapped along that river. Okay, 6 chits. First one. Dispersed or unsupplied? No. Defender adjacent? Yes. He actually has a defender adjacent to him. All right. He gets greater than 6 to 1. Yes. Dispersed or unsupplied? No. Defender adjacent? Yes. Oh, he gets it back. Greater than 8 to 1? Yes. It's 4. Greater than 5 to 1? Yes. 5. Greater than 9 to 1? Yes. Okay, so that pretty much did that guy in, because there is 2 minus 2, so that evens that out. And he takes 8 more hits, so he eliminates this guy. So he goes into the eliminated units. And they take attacker 1, attacker -1, attacker 1. They did take a hit, so he did deliver a hit to him. All right, so we're going to go to our attackers. And let's see, German step loss to a 4-step unit. What do we have here? We have a 2, a 2, and a 2. Nope, they're all the same. Sign loss to unit in hex with most total steps, then higher selector number. 7, 4, 1. All right, so he took the hit. He took the step loss. Okay, and this guy would advance into there. That's it. All right. It's the German turn, and we're back to the Allies, where I have 3 cards. Oops, I get these off the board. And again, here I was doing all that stuff and had the camera point in the wrong spot. Sorry about that. So what we just resolved was I had an 106th Division right here. This guy was back here, and they attacked with the assault, or with the reinforcements here. He took a step loss, and then he advanced into that hex. And so that's where we're at right now. Okay. All right, so we're back to my guys. I got the 8th Corps, I got a Combat Engineers, the 5th Corps. Man, don't know what I want to do here. It's 1. I'll tell you what, I'm going to use 5th Corps. I'm going to activate all units in the Corps. Right here. It's a primary card. Alright, we're going back up here. And here's what I'm going to do. He's going to move 1. He's going to go 1. And this is forced, which is 2 for him. So that's 3. So they can now engage this guy. All right. So that gives me 6. And he is a 1. So he's 6 to 1. If I eliminate this Vanderheit group, then he can't get that victory point. And that's what I'm trying to do. Keep him from getting a victory point. Alright. So I gotta look up isolated to see what that effect is on that group. So they are isolated. Let's see, HI 1323 in the manual. Oops, 13 isolated. An isolated unit suffers all the effects of being out of supply plus the following. No zone of control. Can only move 1 hex. Let's see. If attacked, enemy attackers may draw 2 extra chits and disregard all attacker hits on all chit draws. Yes. Okay. Keep that handy just so I don't forget. All right. So he's going to get a defense card, which is press the attack. I don't know how much that's going to really help him any. Let's see. Press the attack. Draw 1 additional. Oh, attacker only. Yeah, so it doesn't help him at all. I'm not playing any of my cards. So we're at 6 to 1. So 6 to 1 odds. I've got 2, and I have an elite. Makes me 3 chits, and I can draw 2 extras. Okay, so here we go. First chit is greater than 9 to 1, no. Less than 4 to 1, no. That's no good. Greater than 6 to 1, no. Greater than or equal to 6 to 1, yes. Oh, that's 2 hits right there. Attacker elite, yes. That's 3 hits. I don't need to pull the other ones. That gives me 3 hits on him, and he's a 1-step unit, so we eliminate him. That's quick and easy, and he's done. And I'm going to advance. They can advance to there. Let's see. Allied advance at the enemy advance hex. Yep. So we're there. All right. That took care of the Vanderheit group. So he's not going to get any victory points for that dude. I eliminated that mess. Okay. Let's see what we got here now. Oh, I got to draw 2 cards. He gets a primary. All right, here we go. He's got a primary and a supplemental infantry infiltration, and he's got the 47th Panzer Corps, which is this group down here. So he's going to activate his units in this corps. So now we're going to see what happens with this bunch. So it's going to be a bunch of movement, maybe. All right. So let's see what we got to do. We're almost done here. Okay, we know where their objective is. It's in Bastogne. Okay, so we got to go moves. Find my move card here again. Here we go. Move into an empty allied VP hex and stop. No. They have a roadblock, which is part of the problem here. Cause surround. No. Can't cause surround. Okay, infantry. He has infantry right here. Okay. Move adjacent to an allied VP hex. Nope. He's not going to be able to do that. Move to an empty town. Here's an empty town. But he can't move on the road because he stops there. So we'd have to go one. He can't get to the empty town. Okay. Move adjacent to an allied unit or town. 1, 2, 3. He could come down here and move adjacent to an allied unit. He's a 13, 25, and a 14. So he could move one. He could move one. What's the woods costing? 1, 2, 3. Or he could move 1, 2, and be there anyway. I would say that this guy moves. Move adjacent to an allied unit to which no non-bracketed German infantry unit. Oh no, I already have units there. Okay. Inner town, nope. So I don't have any movements for them. Movement methods. Okay, follow your movement arrows. Well, their movement arrows are on the road. Move if able to spend full movement allowance following arrows with preference given to primary arrows. But he could go this way. 1, 2, and because he's off the road, well, he stops there. So he still can't do it. 1, 2, and he has to stop because of the roadblock. He can't. Yeah, so he still is unable to move. So that infantry is not moving. They're stuck right there. What about these guys? 1, you can take the primary here. 2, 3, 4. These guys are all 5s right there. 5. This guy might do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So these guys are going to move. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They move to there. And he moves with them. This guy, he's 10, he's 15. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's going to move. 1. Oh, he's not on the road. That's woods. So that takes him 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. He can't move. Okay, and he's not going to move. All right, that's the end of that move. So he moved, and they cannot activate that same core again. All right, I still got 2 cards left. Wow, I can't believe I stretched these guys out that far. I'm going to play this 8th core, activate any one unit. Well, I thought I was. Maybe I'm not. Nope, I'm just going to sit on it then. Let's see. Has it got any vent in here? Okay, I think I'm gonna play. I have to check out what this says here. Engineers. I'm gonna play my engineer event. There, I'm gonna improve a position. Not in a town. So I think I will improve who? I think I'm going to improve. Oh, he's in a town. He's not. These guys. Are they in a town? Yep. Oops, grab two of them. I'm going to improve. What's he? He's not. I'm improving him. Right there. Okay, we'll give him some improvement. See if I can support him. Okay, the last German card. First SS. Activate all units. So here they come. One last time. Shoot. I was hoping I was done with them guys. Alright, he gets one. He gets one. This stack. This stack. This stack. Okay. Alright. Now this guy, when he moved, I'm checking where he came from. He went, I think he should have left a detachment down here. I think he was here. I think he was here. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, he must have been on the grass somewhere. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, where'd he go? Maybe he was across the river already. 3. Yes, it had to be. Okay, I don't think one of these guys crossed over here though. He did. He left a detachment there. Okay, I just want to make sure I get it. Okay, so this first SS, he doesn't have any support cards or anything. So let's find out what they're going to do here. We're going to start with their movements. Okay, this guy up here, the Vanderheit, move into an empty allied VP hex and stop. He can't get to an empty one. Okay. He already took that one. He wouldn't go backwards. Okay. Can't cause surround. So they're not going to do that. So now we're going to our infantry only. So where's my infantry at? This guy is armor. Oops, and an armor. 2 armor units there. Armor. Armor. And these guys are engaged. Okay, so no infantry movements. Follow movement arrows for him. Oh, well, he can't block him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that sucker go. Look at him. He's a 6. Let's see. Move into an empty allied VP hex and stop. Watch this. That's what he should have done. He doesn't have zone of control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get 5 victory points. That moves them up to 8. Wow. And they just took this right here. So he needs 1, 2, 3 detachments on the way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at him. He's down there, right up there by the Muse. Oh, that's interesting. That Piper division or whatever he is, just ran off from the rest of them, and there he goes. Okay. Oops. This guy's a 27, that guy's an 11. This guy's a 10 and a 3. So there's a 3, there's a 2, he's engaged. So that 3, he would try to do the same thing, move, following his arrows. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's this guy right here. That's 2 to get up on the road. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. And that's all his movement points right there. This guy has 4. 2, 3, 4. He moves with him. All right. You're getting a breakout up here. These guys, number 11, he would move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another detachment right there. Look out. I believe the 1st SS just did a breakout on me. Okay. Now we got to do combat over here. I know I have 8. He has 5. He has 8 in that one. And he has 6. And 5 is 11. 3, 6, 5, 11. 16, 18, 19 to 8. 2 to 1. Yep. 2 to 1. Let's check and see if they do battle or not here. If they have their combat. 2 to 1. We're not attacking across the river. I'm in a town in the woods. Right. Not improved. Okay, so it's 2 to 1. This was not an Army Corps. I have elite, he has elite, so nothing there. And he does not have a, so it's 2 to 1 and it's a straight up roll. A 6. Cancel attack if less than 2 to 1 or defenders in a town. I'm in a town, so they do not attack. Okay. Okay, that left me with 1 card in my hand. And I have to check to see what to do with that card, but now we go to our daily sequence of play. And we start to follow what it says. End of day. Check the victory conditions. We don't have victory conditions yet, but he's up to 8 points. Discard your hand and draw pile. So he goes to the discard. Okay. Return combat chits to the cup. So everything goes back. There we go. Don't have any on the board. Okay. Remove all dispersed and out of fuel markers. Okay, all dispersed. So he has a dispersed that comes off there. Oops. Grabbed his unit. And there's a dispersed there. And I had a dispersed up here. And I believe that's it for the dispersed. Okay. Check detachment markers for removal. Advance the day marker, start a new day. Okay, so 15.3 is checking the detachment markers for removal. So let's just make sure we know what we're doing there. If an active Allied unit begins its activation adjacent to it, if a German unit enters the detachment's hex during the end of day phase, if either Allied or German supply cannot be traced to a detachment marker in a hex other than a town, city, or Westfall hex, remove the marker. So he's got supply to that one, to that one. It goes right on up through there. Yeah. So he doesn't have any that don't have supply to him. Okay. All right. So that's the end of that. We move our turn marker to the new day. So right over here, we're going to go from day December 17th to December 18th, and that's where we're getting ready to begin the next day, December 18th. All right. Wow, what a day. I got them tied up down here, not doing much. This core isn't doing much. These guys are getting ready to break out because that roadblock's going to go. So Bastogne is getting ready to get busy. Okay, this bunch is kind of just in a bit of a mess right here. And then when we get up here, the first SS has popped through. They actually reached their first Malmedy, and they actually get a German marker to go there because they went through that town. So they now control it, even though it's not worth any victory points, they still get it. And he actually ran up through here and captured Verviers, or Verviers, however the French say it. Or the Belgians maybe. So we got a lot going on. We got detachments starting to get laid. We're going into December 18th. We're going to get some more reinforcements here in the center. We got to make sure this mess here gets slowed down. Keep them from running up. These guys are making a run up here towards the fuel depot. And they're getting close to the Meuse. And when they get to the Meuse, then I think the 30th, the British come in. So we'll see how that works. So I got a lot going on now. This turn started a little slow and I was kind of holding my own, and all of a sudden they got a breakout with that first SS Panzer and they're kind of scattered out. So I'm going to see if I can't start pecking away at them here and knocking them down to see if I can get these guys slowed down. I got some units up here and they're kind of spread out. So if I could jump up here, you know, I have a chance of there's another town there that they went through. I have a chance there to get control or stop these guys with some of my reserves back here. So I got a few things going. I got to get them up here. I got these guys are tangled up a little bit, so a lot going on. Man, this game's fun. I'm enjoying this Allied solo. Hey, if you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And we'll see you for the next one. Have a good one, everybody.